open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
All right, Bulldog, what do you say there, brother?
The sports page brought to you by Adventure Boat Share. Unlimited hassle-free boating without having to own a boat. Get any kind of boat you want, anytime you want. Just show up at the docks and it's waiting for you. Check them out, adventureboatshare.com.
I love boating.
Yeah, you did. Man, another great finish last night to a football game. J.J. McCarthy, his first NFL start. Looks like he's playing terribly. Throws a pick six in the third quarter. And then what's he do in the fourth quarter? He rallies his team, throws for 2 touchdowns, runs for another, leads the Vikings to a 27-24 win over the Bears last night. It was his first meaningful game since he led Michigan to the national title over Washington in 2023. So, yeah, he was out all of last year, his rookie season, with an injury. I'll tell you what, give his coach credit, Kevin O'Connell, because McCarthy was struggling badly, and O'Connell came to him on the sideline and said, hey, you're going to rally us to win this game, and boom. That confidence paid off in his quarterback because he came back and won the game for him.
Just had to shake the nerves, you know?
No question about it. No question about it. So, big win for the Vikings last night. People are sort of overlooking the Vikings probably because they have a new quarterback, but they were good last year with Sam Darnold quarterbacking. How many games did they win? 13 or 14 games last year.
They were great.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. Speaking of NFL news, my Jags traded Tank Bigsby yesterday. Everybody thought he was going to be competing for the starting running back job. They trade him to the Eagles for a couple of late round draft picks. I think it was a 5th and a 6th round pick. So Tank Bigsby's gone, especially after what Travis Etienne did the other day.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne had 143 yards on 16 carries for the Jags. So he's clearly the starting running back again. By the way, Taco, other NFL news, Russell Wilson will remain the starter of the Giants, which means your quarterback, Jackson Dart. I meant to ask you, did you draft Jackson Dart in your fantasy draft? Was that your first quarterback?
It was my first quarterback. We were all hanging out, partying. Trust me, I picked a guy on the IR, too.
What?
I know. There's no...
Just go ahead and buy the prime rib roast right now for this year's cellar dweller.
Because I heard yesterday, yep, he might be going in. Old Jackson Dart, I'm telling you, they're going to put him in soon. I heard Shefty saying that, and then all of a sudden, exactly what you say. Nope. Son of...
Even if he was the starting quarterback, why would you draft him? He's the quarterback of the Giants, and he's a rookie.
I know.
Bulldog, I saw that Gators defensive tackle Brendan Bett would like us all to know he's sorry for what he did on Saturday.
He put out a prolific apology last night on social media. Of course, he's the guy who spit on USF offensive lineman Cole Skinner. It was early in USF's game-winning drive, and he spit right in Cole Skinner's face, drew an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. He was ejected, and then, of course, USF drove down the field and won the game on the 20-yard field goal. His statement was, again, he apologized to Skinner. He apologized to his teammates. He apologized to his family. Don't know yet if he's going to be suspended. Billy Napier wouldn't comment on that yesterday, said he's going through some internal discipline. So, Billy Napier obviously trying to save his job. And,
so speaking of that, is the pot of water in Gainesville today, is it at a slow simmer, a boil, a raging frothing cauldron?
I think it's a raging frothing cauldron, but the thing is, it was a raging frothing cauldron last year after they got blown out by Miami and Texas A&M at home, and and then they rallied at the end of the season. Here's the thing. If they go on the road and beat LSU Saturday, I'm not saying they will.
It quiets down.
It quiets down. Then of course they've got Miami after that. If they were to win those two games, obviously this loss is forgotten. But that's a big if to beat the number 3 and the number 5 team in the country, especially on the road in both games. So, by the way, back to the spitting. What is going on with spitting in sports now? Jalen Carter of the Eagles, of course, suspended last week for spitting on Dak Prescott. Did you see Inter Miami's Luis Suarez? He spit on a member of the Seattle Sounders staff. That was last week during the Leagues Cup final. He got a 6-game suspension yesterday from MLS. So actually, it was a 6-game leagues suspension from Leagues Cup matches, and then he got a 3-game suspension from all MLS matches. So what's going on with spitting in sports now? Is that the new fad?
Just throw the middle finger and be done with it, man.
Yeah. Right.
You're not gonna,
right.
I mean,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's also a feud going on between Bill Belichick and the Patriots. You see what Belichick did? He's banned all New England scouts from attending UNC games and practices because he said, hey, if I'm not welcome in New England, they're not welcome.
And then they turned around and said that he is welcome, right?
Yeah, they said, I don't know what Belichick's doing. He's being a big baby here because, again, because he got fired by New England 2 years ago.
Look, you're welcome here. Just leave that brat of a girlfriend home.
Right, doggy.
Hey, real quick, former Miami Dolphins cornerback Xavier Howard, who plays for the Colts now, and the Colts, of course, annihilated the Dolphins on Sunday. He said it's easy to defend Tua. You just take away his first read, and then he goes into panic mode, which certainly looked the case on Sunday because Tua looked out of sorts all game long. 2 interceptions, fumbles the ball. I think Xavier Howard may be onto something.
He's the impregnator, by the way.
Yeah.
Impregnator. That's a whole nother conversation.
Speaking of that, did you see what Dwight Howard said during his induction ceremony?
What's that?
Hall of Fame induction. He was being inducted in the Hall of Fame. He had a message for all of his kids. He said, hey, you only die once, but you live every day. So go out and pursue your dreams. So a little word of encouragement.
Wow. Take us out on that uplifting quote there, Bulldog.
Absolutely. All right. Happy birthday to the great Otis Redding, living on the dock of the bay. Oh, oh.
J-R-R.